The Italian community is all about family and doing things together, growing, getting stronger, and they looked out for each other.
That's all he ever wanted was a stick and a puck and a ball, and he was a happy little boy.
It was desperation, it was infatuation of always wanting that stick in his hand to the point where he had to hide the sticks.
He said, Aunt, what do you want to be when you grow up? And to this day, it gives me goosebumps.
He'd come here by himself, bring a whole tub of ice cream, and then drive it to my parents' house. This is where the magic happens. If there's 10 people, there's feeds 20.
He never come outside because he work inside with a stick.
3? How many do you have?
No, I got 3 too, environmental too.
Okay, that's not even a real one.
Yeah, it is.
Environmental award?
See that kid over there? That's how I won Coach of the Year.
Yeah, he was a leader for sure. He was the captain. He was our captain every year.
I knew.
That's all you got. You just knew, eh?
I knew. You stood out.
The community of Woodbridge was made up of a lot of immigrants that came over from Italy. There was a lot of Italians that were coming over for a new life with very few resources, but they made a life, and it all started a lot in Woodbridge. And the Italian community is all about family and doing things together, growing, getting stronger, and they looked out for each other. So you see a lot of businesses in the Woodbridge community that were built by a lot of Italian immigrants. Just being around the community, it's easy to make a life here because of that.
Okay, so this is Nino D'Aversa Bakery. It's somewhere where I grew up, especially because of my grandfather here. Every time we'd come here, I'd stay with him. He lives not too far away from here. He'd come here, get us food, he'd get us coffee, espresso, pastries, ice cream, you name it, they have it. It's a very nice Italian restaurant. So we'd come here, he'd grab us lunch. This was our favorite part every time we got to go to grandfather's house because I know he's bringing us here, and he'd obviously spoil us, and it's great. So excited to show you guys inside and try out some food. This is my favorite section, the ice cream section. They have a whole bunch of different stuff. My favorite's the coffee one. It's not typical, but this is, I don't even know what all these are actually. It's changed so much since I've been back. But my favorite was always coffee. Second favorite section, pastries, all the desserts obviously. If I would pick one here, it'd have to be, hey, come here. Which one, what are these ones called over here?
That's a cannoli.
Cannoli, they're called cannoli. And these two are my favorite at the bottom here.
Cannoli, that's bye-bye.
I don't know that one. You lost me on that one. But that's cheesecake?
Cheesecake.
That's cheesecake. How about those ones? Those ones are good too. Cannoli?
That's cannoli. It's the same as that one, that's big, that's small.
Yeah. We wouldn't come here. He'd come here by himself, bring a whole tub of ice cream, and then drive it to my parents' house. And so he spoiled us a lot.
Was there a limit? Like you can only get one thing, or?
No. Whatever we come for the full, we come for the lunch, then we get a coffee, then we get dessert. So he treated us to everything. The full 8-course meal we get, right? He'd get us everything. Yeah. So we'd start over here. What's that one called?
San Giuseppe Zipper.
You guys got that? I don't know how to say that, but yeah. A lot of Italian lingo going around in this restaurant.
That's the one you like the most.
Yeah, so we'd start here. I'd get rice balls. I love rice balls. And then I would get a veal parm sandwich. That'd be my favorite to start off with for lunch. They have unbelievable, and then lasagna. I never liked the lasagna. No, I wasn't a lasagna guy.
My brother liked lasagna.
Yeah, my brother liked lasagna. And they have, show you later, but the pizza here was actually my favorite. Pizza was unbelievable over here. Yeah, so we'd come get rice balls, veal parm would be my lunch. Ice cream would be my dessert. And then obviously when you come here, you have to get...
Like a pizza too?
Yeah, pizza, and then all the cold cuts are here. So then we take all the cold cuts to go, and we make sandwiches later.
Prosciutto?
Yeah. Prosciutto, salami, what else we got?
Genoa salami, mortadella.
Mortadella, yeah. So he'd come here, this is where he shops pretty much every day. And
This must be your favorite because he buys it all the time.
I know, he always buys the mortadella for me. Yeah, that's my favorite. Then prosciutto second. I like the prosciutto. Yeah, there we go.
And that's prosciutto.
Yeah, then the prosciutto. Yeah, those are my favorites. I'm a picky Italian, but everyone that's Italian, yeah. I like the little cheese balls in the corner. Those are called bocconcini. So, yeah, those are I like those too, yeah. A lot of spicy stuff here. I'm not a big spice guy, so I kind of left that. It's another good section. This is the fresh bread
made daily.
So they make this every day here, so it's fresh when it comes, and probably the best bread I've ever had, to be honest with you. And that's why he stops, picks up the cold cuts, gets the bread, brings it all over, makes a sandwich, and then
I've ate this bread for 50 years. Well,
yeah.
Not 50 years, but close enough.
Yeah. If you come during rush hour, like lunchtime area, it's it's pretty packed. But everyone knows what's going on at all times, so everyone they come in and out, like bang it out pretty quickly, because everyone's like, "Okay, I want that," and then they know what's going on. So it's like it's all pretty quick because everyone knows kind of what's going on.
Same thing as him. We get the coffee ice cream, stop for some pizza, and then maybe some chicken parm for the way home.
You like hot salami?
Yeah.
He likes hot salami.
Like
He's a little
salami.
spice guy, so
Anthony can't handle the spice.
Yeah, I'm not a big spice guy, so he
knows all the kids, like what their favorites are, so he makes sure he gets whatever they need specifically. He knows more than what I do.
Yeah, sometimes we wouldn't even need to come. He's already got the order ready for us at home.
He still does it now. I'd come home from, I'd go visit, and there'd be a veal parm sitting on the table waiting for me. Coming from him. He would stop by, bring it over, bring lunch over, and same. It's happened for, the last 20 years or so since I started. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What do you want to get here?
Gonna get a coffee, and because they got a big meal waiting for us at home. So trust me, you don't want to fill up now, because then if you're there and you're not taking the food, you're in trouble. Nonna's gonna be very upset. So you better have a full stomach. Empty stomach. Sorry.
It's got a lot of food. He cooks. There's 6 of us. He cooks for 30. So there's leftovers for days when they cook.
In the kitchen?
No.
Me and my wife.
3 espresso. And then we're gonna try a couple of,
3 espresso.
we'll get, we'll try we'll get a couple pastries.
I want the mama.
You want this one? Okay.
We usually grab this one here, the cheesecake. That one's really good.
Get a couple cheesecake, a couple cannoli.
Honestly,
Which
everything's
flavor?
good here. Everything.
Just get like maybe 4 or 5 of those. Okay, sorry. A lot's going on right now. No, 3 is good. And then just do like a couple of these. Yeah. It's just, I'm stressed out right now trying to pick what I need to get.
You want the small ones?
Yeah, just get like 3 or 4 of the small ones.
Ricotta, hazelnut, pistachio, and sfoglio with chantilly cream.
Yeah, maybe just do 1 of each, I guess. Yeah. And then, what did you want? Maybe two of these things, or 2 or 3 of these things.
Who's gonna eat all this?
We're all gonna try it.
Okay, we're all gonna try.
Do you have a greater appreciation for your grandfather placing your order?
Yeah, it's just, I'm stressed out right now trying to pick what I need to get.
You're great.
He would just come here and like within 3 minutes we'd have everything and out.
Well, we lived there for a couple of years at a time when we were moving houses. So our house wasn't ready for about a year, so we lived with them for a year twice. So
this was when we were younger.
When he was younger.
Way younger.
Yeah, but we were playing hockey 1 year.
Yeah.
So even on weekdays, he'd show up to our house and bring
But weekdays he would just bring like
random stuff.
He'd be
Bring
bringing
a tub this big of coffee ice cream too for the week.
And we always tell him we don't need anything, but he still brings everything. So it's just it makes him happy.
I'm not complaining.
What a city.
That's all he ever wanted was a stick and a puck and a ball, and he was a happy little boy.
It was desperation. It was infatuation of always wanting that stick in his hand to the point where he had to hide the sticks. So he wouldn't see them out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. But it was very short-lived because he was like, doing other things, but where are my sticks? I want to play with my sticks.
Hey, put it over there.
Put it over there?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Daddy,
Yeah.
you pair. I see it.
That was his passion.
And he had everybody involved. The grandparents, you know, the nonnas were the goalies, so he would give them a mask, the hockey gloves, and they were the goalies, and he had to take shots on them all the time.
Mama, gotta go outside. No, I gotta go.
It was cute. It was cute.
We are at my grandfather's house. He's been here your whole life, ever since he
Not
came
his
back.
whole life.
Well, ever since he's been to Canada.
1974.
1974 is when he moved here and he bought this.
49 years.
49 years. So we're gonna check out the backyard. He has his own garden, so he loves showing people that. We'll take a look, we'll go inside, and then we'll eat some food. Yeah, so this is the backyard. Lots of plants everywhere and fresh food.
I spend my time on my tree.
On your trees, yeah.
Food, lemon, figs. I got tomato, I got beans.
So he seeds all his plants in the spring in the greenhouse, and they're ready to go for first season.
That's my figs.
So he brought these fig plants from Italy and grew them here. It's very difficult to grow.
I bring this plant 2008
From Italy.
from Italy.
Yeah. And he grows them. This is the only one I don't eat. I don't like these ones. They get mad at me for that, but do I eat these?
Not ready yet.
Do I eat them?
Oh yeah, you eat, yeah.
I eat them?
Yeah.
No, I never eat these.
Look how big this one.
That one's not ready yet.
No, yeah, not yet. That's my beans, that's all my garden. My tomato.
He didn't have a machine to till the yard. He had me and my brother with shovels tilling the yard. So then he got the machine, so we had actually a good summer. You know, at the time, obviously you're growing up and you want to be out with your friends and you want to be out doing your own thing. But it was something that we needed to do. It was part of our chores. Back in the day, I hated it because it was a lot of work. I couldn't enjoy my summer, but now I appreciate it more because when he brings the fresh vegetables, you can taste the difference. 30, 40 years later, seeing that garden and how much he was passionate about it, we realized it was more about him, it's his own therapy of growing his own vegetables for us. Are those the Roma tomatoes? The Roma tomatoes?
No, that's the big one. It come big like this.
I didn't even know there was different types of tomatoes.
That's Roma tomato.
These are the Roma ones for the sauce. Those are bigger tomatoes for the salads.
That's zucchini.
I don't know if a lot of people know zucchini.
Yeah, it's
vegetable. Yeah. Oh, there's some tomatoes over there almost ready.
Yeah, that one is almost ready.
Yeah. What do you do in the winter when it snows?
What?
What do you cover it?
Well, everything's gone. Just I put inside there my flour, that's all.
Okay, yeah, you use this in the winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is his hobby. This is what keeps him young.
That's my garden. That's my life. I spend my time here.
My grandfather's just the nicest guy, and just the way he acts around, his family and kind of his values, his character. I look up to him.
When I was younger, did I ever ruin any of your plants in the backyard?
When I'm young.
When I'm younger, when me and Michael would play.
No, he never do it. He never did nothing.
No.
He never break nothing.
You're joking, eh?
No.
He came from Italy with pretty much nothing and had to come here, find a job, work 7 days a week to support my grandmother, find a house to live in. His whole life, he's kind of grinded he had to set up from nothing, and it's not easy to do.
Yeah, we play soccer back here, and if the ball got not even close, just remotely in the area.
He never come outside because he work inside with a steak. He like a steak.
He didn't come outside, stay inside.
He come outside to play outside.
He never complains, he never is sad about anything. He's always in a great mood, positive. He's just a great person to be around, and he always wants to know how we're doing. He always wants to help any way he can. And you know, he's been my huge supporter growing up. He's come to every game growing up, so he's a rock that kind of brings the family together.
I never worked on the garden with you, yeah.
No, he never.
He didn't want me to ruin it, that's why. He knew if I got in there, something would happen.
Burn everything or everything would just die.
And that's why he didn't want me to touch his garden, right? I'd ruin it for you, and then you have to do more work to fix it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He knows. Yeah.
I think the food is ready,
Want to go say no? Okay, we'll go inside.
Yeah, food is ready, I think.
No, food's ready? This is where the magic happens. She's made some meatballs right now, some pasta. I've never seen a pot this big. She got veal in the oven. What'd you make? What'd you make today?
I tell you, pasta,
Yeah.
meatball,
Meatball. What else?
potato,
Potatoes, peas,
anchovy,
green beans.
some from the garden.
From the garden. This is from the garden. Outside, we just saw the garden.
Zucchini flowers.
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah. Did you make enough food for everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah, you made a lot?
For 20 people.
When they
Yeah.
cook, they always cook for double.
Yeah. If there's 10 people, feeds 20. Here's the famous
Sugar,
sauce.
Homemade sauce.
Homemade sauce.
There's another on there too.
Yeah, that's not enough. They gotta make double.
And spaghetti, grazie.
Oh, that's for the spaghetti, yeah. Remember when you sent me the jars to Tampa?
Yes,
Yeah. So she made it all here, packed it up in containers, and then she
sent over.
sent over there. Yeah. She doesn't like frying, so it's hard to get her to Tampa. She's gonna try it, make sure it's cooked. Is it good?
Ready to go?
It's ready?
Huh?
More salt. She needs more salt. Yeah. So we'd come over here and we'd have a bunch of people over, and what you see right now is what goes on. Yeah. So she makes food. Even when I was younger, we always make big food for everyone. All the time. Yeah. That's her only knock. She doesn't make a good time. Don't tell her that. No, but everything else is good. Your salmon's okay, no? Yeah, I don't like the salmon. Yeah, just salmon. Everything else I like.
Nothing else.
Yeah, everything else is good. Yeah, you need some air conditioning in here though. It's a little hard.
You know, every week we get on the phone call and me and my grandfather talk, and then me and her conversation goes the same every single week, and it's, how are you doing? Good? No, why are you fighting? Why are you drinking? What do we say? And that's her only two rules for me.
This is her in action.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is nice.
Actually, I stopped her. She was ready to cook some more.
Yeah,
That's enough.
she thinks everyone eats like how, because I have to eat a lot, so she thinks everyone eats like that, so she's got to make double portions for everyone.
Every time she cooks, it's awesome, and it's honestly like an 8-course meal.
We would play hockey down here. He'd have 2 plastic sticks, and this would be the net right here, actually. From here to here would be the net, and then the other net would be that area over there. When we played hockey down here, this was the net, one net, and that was the other net over there. And we'd play with my brother, he'd play, you'd play. Did I break anything? My nonna has a bunch of stories where...
I break one of those.
So...
Not this one, the old one.
So I actually remember this story.
That's a new one. I make this one by myself.
So we're playing, the ball went over there. I don't know what he did. He went to go get it. I guess he fell and he went right through the glass. So he broke the glass and then...
But we lucky, nothing broke inside.
We kind of got scared a bit. Sticks had to go away, and he cleaned up everything. And then when my grandmother came home, I was gone by that time. I told him I gotta get out of here before Nonna comes home from work.
We knew she was gonna snap when she got back home, that her thing was broken. So then when we left, he said I broke it. He blamed it on me. So he didn't get in trouble. He blamed it on me.
I got a lot of problems, but
It was him. It was 110%. It was him.
You gonna sit beside me? No, don't sit beside me.
I said the more.
You're gonna sit beside me?
You want to sit here?
No. Okay, sit down. Here, sit down.
It's very simple. We just eat.
Manja. What, that's not your pasta? Here. There we go. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
They were always there to help us. If ever we had a go-away tournament, they would take care of our other 2 children. So that was always, good for us. They were supportive with everything. If you ever needed anything, sometimes even buying a stick, they were supportive enough to buy a stick or take them to the park, play. Like they always, helped out as much as they could for us, which was great.
Do you need a fork?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, a fork. Are you good now?
What? Yeah, why not? Sure.
Want some wine?
A little bit? Sure. Hey, Tony.
Yeah, I'll take some wine, please. I gotta sit beside Nana all day?
Tell me when.
Perfect. Cheers. Salud. Anthony.
Yeah, cheers.
Salud. Good luck.
Yeah. Thank you.
For the future.
Thank you. Today we are at St. Mary of the Angels Elementary School. So this is where I grew up going to school, and also both my siblings also went here for all the years. I actually only came here for 1 year as it was being built, but that 1 year is pretty memorable, and I love coming to visit whenever I get a chance to. So we'll go inside and take a look around.
Nothing's changed here, huh?
I know, it looks the exact same.
Who painted that?
Mr. Leital, I think one of his students painted
Really?
that. Yeah.
Wow, that's really good.
So this is my first time seeing this in person. My teacher, who we'll get on a call with later, unfortunately couldn't make it, but he was my grade 8 teacher, and he had someone make this, and first time seeing it, so it's pretty good job. Like, that's pretty awesome.
Anth, I didn't know you won the language award. Outstanding athlete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All 3 are in the one thing for you.
Actually, my name's on that one too.
Did you? Oh yeah, you did win that one.
2017 to 2018.
The Language Arts Award.
You're here too.
Really
Yeah,
peaked in that
Science
one in
Award.
grade 8.
Yeah, I'm just nowhere to be found.
Did you win anything?
Did you?
No.
You didn't win a single award?
No, I did.
Oh, you're right there.
I just
Your
know.
Catholic teachers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the important one. So,
What's that one?
just a good guy. Just a good guy all
Teacher's
around.
Pet. You got the Teacher's Pet Award. Nice.
Nothing wrong with that.
Did I lead? 3? How many do you have?
No, I got 3 too. Environmental too.
Okay, that's not even a real
tied.
one.
Yeah, it is.
Environmental Award? What did you do for environmental? You recycled?
I was part of the club. I was like head up there.
Yeah, I got 2. So
Maybe next time, Nick.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the gym area. This was my favorite part of the school, was coming to gym class. And can we go in here?
Still the same.
Yeah.
Hasn't changed.
Still, yeah, exact same.
Remember anything that happened here or what?
My teacher, Mr. Leital, I remember he would take a couple of us during lunch recess to come into the gym, and we'd play basketball for the full 45 minutes. We'd play all sorts of different kinds of games, and I think he just knew that I'd rather be in the gym playing some sort of sport as opposed to going to recess and talking to friends or whatnot. He knew I would rather be here being competitive, playing basketball or whatever it is we did. So when I was younger, I just loved playing all types of sports. Whatever it was, I just loved running around, competing, whatever the case may be. And he loved basketball. His favorite sport was basketball. He was the coach of the basketball team here, which was I was on the team. And so we'd come here and we'd play horse or 21 or whatever game we decided that day. He'd put us to work and we'd be working and grinding in the gym, so it was good. I played basketball, I played volleyball, and soccer. Yeah, I played all 3. And then my brother actually, they started a hockey team years after I left, but he was on the hockey team.
Yeah, we weren't good, but I mean, we could have used them maybe the year earlier, but it was fun.
I enjoyed playing volleyball actually. Volleyball was a lot of fun. That was probably my favorite school sport that, we'd go to other schools and play, and yeah, I really enjoyed playing volleyball. Do you want to play me one-on-one basketball?
Not on camera,
Play me
no
one-on-one.
chance.
Do it.
You're so good. Do you want to play one-on-one? I'll just take it right to the hoop. Basketball, point guard. Yeah, I was point guard.
They look like it.
I just need some defense there, right over you. That's creepy. Foul. You can't jump into me. That's 2 shots at the line.
See?
3-0. I don't think you'll get a point on it. There we go. Half court shot. Whoever makes a half court shot first.
Oh, that's crazy.
Show off.
All right, let's try and find.
Mike, what year were you?
I think here, somewhere there.
Okay, you should know. When did you graduate? Oh my God.
That's pretty. Why are you laughing?
He looks so young in there, though.
I know, but you don't look like you're graduating. You look like you're in grade 4.
Yeah, that's brutal. I don't know.
Are you smiling?
I don't know
You're
if
not trying to smile?
I'm blushing there.
Like,
I'm nervous a little bit. My face is all red for some reason. It looks like I just played a game of basketball.
So how you look right now?
It's okay.
Okay, so that's you're gonna probably be the worst one so far.
Worst one again?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So far, we haven't seen hers yet, so maybe you might.
I don't even know what mine looks like.
Even if it's the best, it's still the worst.
Oh, I'm gonna be here somewhere. Oh, that's pretty bad too.
Oh.
I mean, she does look older than me.
She does look older. She's
I
kind of
still look
crooked
young,
though.
though.
Like you're crooked a bit.
They told me to tilt my face. You know how they tell
but
you
no one
tilt your
else is
face?
like he's not tilted.
Okay, well maybe I tilted a little too much.
Wow, that's a tough picture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's me right there. If you want to get that on camera, Gabe, I guess you can. Rather not, but.
Where's
Yeah.
Mr. Laytel?
Yeah, this was my teacher, Mr. Laytel, that we'll get on a FaceTime call.
You remember where to
So we're
go?
going up. Yeah, we're going upstairs. Yeah, so this is my classroom here, my grade 8 classroom. It's changed a little bit for sure since I've been back.
There's one thing that hasn't changed though. He's got that basketball still there.
I know, this was his.
That basketball hasn't moved.
Yeah, this basketball's been here for 13 years.
Yeah, probably since you left.
Yeah. We had a different setup. We had like that
Like
one.
a half, like a, yeah.
Yeah, like the half one. I
The
was
C
like
or whatever you wanna
probably
call it.
around, I think I was like right here.
Will your legs fit under there? Yeah.
It's a lot tighter than I remembered. As a teacher, you have to obviously teach the curriculum, but I think the life lessons that he taught were more valuable and what I took from him, just like being a good person, showing respect, just things to help you with kind of the outside world. Like once you're out of school, like how do you get further in life? Hey, what's going on?
Welcome back to St. Mary's.
Yeah, thanks. This is my first time. We're in the classroom here, the same classroom.
I recognize it. Any memories coming back to you being in that classroom right now?
Yeah, a little bit, like good memories. I was talking about speeches that we did.
The one thing I remember, we had practice early in the morning before school started, and myself and the other coach were there already, and you arrived first, and I remember not even having to tell you that there was a warm-up, and you had started that warm-up without me even having to say anything. And you didn't wait till your teammates got there. You had just started working, which was amazing. I remember having the conversation with the other coach, just to kind of say, wow,
We were at a tournament or something, and you were like, you gotta be like more aggressive when you play. Because I always just would play or whatever, and be like, you gotta be like the best. You gotta take the ball and whatever. And I remember doing that, and you were like I ripped it out of this guy's hands, and I took it down the court, and you were like so surprised that I had that in me, or you're just proud that I did that. You're like, this is how you gotta be like 24/7. So.
Listen, Anthony, one of the things that I always remember about you, and not just in the classroom, just everything extracurricular, you're always a really good listener. And I think that has, come to fruition with all your success and everything you've been able to do on the ice, and just super proud.
Thank you. Yeah, of all the teachers I had, you were definitely by far the best one. So, and it's nice to still keep in contact with you and hopefully get together. I know I haven't been home in a lot of summers, and then one time I'm home here in Florida, so it's kind of funny that it works out like that. But yeah, I just want to say thank you.
I really appreciate you bringing me on today and having a little conversation face to face here, and keep in touch.
Anthony Cirelli plays center with pure passion and guts for the Humberview Huskies. He likes to collect hockey cards, play video games. What doesn't he like? Sens captain Daniel Alfredson, the Columbus Blue Jackets science class, and peas.
I remember I had an opportunity to go to a different team. I think it was I was in single A and this was double A, and he thought I'd have a better opportunity over there to kind of develop and be better and play with better players. And I was kind of torn for the full week. I was torn on what I wanted to do. I knew, in my heart that I wanted to play with my friends, but I knew my dad wanted me to go play at a higher level, so it was hard. I didn't want to disappoint him, and he knew, like I said, he always knew how good I was, and he wanted me to keep taking steps. So I never really gave him a firm answer on what I want to do.
Friday comes around, he's dodging me. Saturday comes around, he's dodging me. So Sunday morning, and I felt bad for the coach, and it's like, this guy's got to make decisions. And I called him every single day and said, listen, he hasn't made a decision. If you got to fill that spot, go ahead. Don't wait for my son. Do what you need to do. He says, no, I'm going to give you another day, and so on. So Sunday came, and I said, okay, I got to make a decision. I got to let this coach know. So I was sitting at the kitchen table with the phone in my hand, and I had to bluff him a bit. And he came down the stairs when he woke up, and I said to him, he says, hey, I just got off with the coach for the AA Rangers. He stopped then in his tracks and looks at me and says, oh yeah, why? I said, I told him we're going to commit to him next year. Put his head down, turned around, went back up to his room.
I was so mad, I started bawling my eyes out. I went into my room, I didn't leave my room the whole day. I was upset because I wanted to stay with my friends. I wanted to play with my friends.
A lot of parents would have just, you're playing AA because you need to play at the highest level. My focus was making sure that he was happy doing what he's doing, and he was learning, whether it be house league, whether it be single A, double A, whatever it may be. So that was the priority for us, is making sure that he was happy in the environment and learning.
Smart play by him to kind of see where my head was at, and in the end it worked out.
This is my hometown rink that I played with from the ages of 9 to about 15. This was my team here. This is my logo, my AA team logo. These are two of my first coaches that I had growing up. They helped me a lot. We'll have them chat up a bit and tell some funny stories. But yeah, this is where we're at. Ruined the whole shot. You just ruined the whole shot. What were you doing in there?
I do want to say, just for the record, before John Cooper, I was Anthony's longest standing coach, 4 years. John Cooper just broke my record, so kudos to John. But Anthony was our captain from day one, 4-year captain. A team that was full of house leaguers, supposed to lose, but what happened was we won. And we won in large part because of this kid. During the banquet, I won Coach of the Year, so a lot of coaches came up to me and said, how did you win Coach of the Year first year? And Anthony was running around playing with all his buddies. And I told him, I said, see that kid over there? That's how I won Coach of the Year. So
I was a part of it as well. I just helped coach and train and see him develop into what he is today, and it was pretty exciting. Just being smart, like very intelligent, humble, always wanted to be first in line to work in all the drills and just led by example. So that was the biggest thing that I remember about Anthony.
They taught me a lot growing up, mostly just being about like a good person and respecting people and working hard and all those things. I love playing with my friends. That was the biggest thing. I enjoyed coming to the rink. They made it enjoyable for me to come out and learn and get better and want to have fun. So I take away that as the biggest thing, is like, they made it fun to come to the rink. Oh, it's cold in here.
Hey, back to memory look. How many times did we do this?
A lot. But we had fun doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this was the rink. This is where all the parents would fight. A lot of fights. John, number one, getting into it with other parents on the other team. How many fights did you start?
A few. Wait, I always had your back, Anthony, that's why.
Yeah. So I played with these guys for a majority of my time. I think 6 years we were with the Huskies together, and me and him played house league together. They were on a different house league team. We actually got traded together in house league.
How beat us in house league.
Yeah. How excited were you about that when we got traded?
Not too happy at all.
Your mom was upset.
Yeah, she was more upset than me, to be quite honest with you.
I just stood behind her and let her just go.
That's right. Yeah, we were pretty pissed about it, but we came out with a vengeance that year. We said we were going to make a difference on the team, and we ended up pulling out the championship that year, which was great.
So we played against these two guys in the finals. We all combined after both those teams combined to make a single A team, and then we played on the Humberview Huskies for the next 4 to 6 years.
He was always an all-around player, committed to the game, just focused on the game, was always present.
Definitely a leader.
He was a leader.
Yeah, he was a leader for sure.
He was the captain.
He was our captain every year.
Yeah.
We won a lot with him, so you did a really good job.
We like winning.
Definitely did a good job.
It was a team effort.
Yeah.
No, we had a lot of good memories. Like we did win the 1 year, the GTHL finals.
We did.
And that was the year we had a kind of a rivalry with the Rangers, I think, that year.
Yeah.
They thought I played for the Rangers when I took them to another rink and had the Vaughan Rangers symbol. I was like, nope, never played for that team. But yeah, they would beat us every time in the regular season, and then we played them in the finals, and then I think we swept them.
We figured it out.
Yeah, no, it was just fun coming to the rink, hanging out with these guys, hanging out outside the rink. Like everything was hockey 24/7.
It was.
Watching games. He'd be the goalie when we played roller hockey. Yeah. He was the goalie. He was always the goalie.
All the time.
He always faced the shot. So it was good. It was a lot of fun memories every Friday night. We'd come here, play our game, go to someone's house, eat some pizza, and then just be in the basement playing, honestly, for hours.
And the parents would be arguing about the whole game, and they'd be downstairs playing. We'd be sitting complaining about, why is this guy playing with that guy? Why are that guy that?
We all loved hockey. We all loved playing hockey, and I guess hockey kind of brought us closer together.
Whatever we would be doing, we'd just be doing it together, having a great time, and we spent a lot of time together growing up, at the rink, away from the rink, and it kind of just stuck. You want to see the locker room?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. See the locker room. I don't even know. We'll go this way?
How do we get there?
Yeah, all the way at the end.
Looks a lot smaller now that we're older, that's what we were just saying. This was probably the best part almost, is just being in here before games, hanging out, listening to music, whatever we're doing, having Fab yell at us.
See, when Fab yelled at them, they all listen. When any of us yelled, they're like,
no, I listen to you.
Not really.
Well, Fab was the only one with no kid on the team, and he had kind of a hockey background, so when Fab said something, everyone was like, okay, he knows what he's talking about, like, we listen to Fab.
They wanted to be there, they wanted to, if it was a drill, it was first in line, I want to get it done, I want to show them, I want to do it, let's get her done, and let's go, right? So that's the way, and I love, they were young, so again, him being my nephew, it was fun just to be with the boys, and they had a good time, I had a great time, especially with the parents too, so I was just having my kids of my own, but they were small, so it was nice to be at the rink, just loved doing it, it was awesome.
I remember the best part of this group is that there's no cliques. They all got along, they all cheered for each other. Didn't matter who scored, who got the awards, or they all stuck up for each other. It was just amazing to watch, just the connection that they had.
It's very rare in Toronto minor hockey that kids stay together, and these kids stay together for 4 or 5 years together, which is very rare. There's a lot of rotation, so that was pretty impressive. They all grew up to be good kids, right? They're all good kids, and Anthony's, has got a couple Lord Stanleys. These guys don't, but that's pretty impressive. But they're all good kids.
Yeah, it was a cool moment when I had my cup party. They were all there, and it was just nice to share it with them because they, helped me so much growing up, and they were a big part of those teams, and so it was nice to celebrate it with them and, have a couple drinks and enjoy it. So it was good.
You ready? Oh. Hey, the ball's coming.
I picked my spots. I wasn't hard on him all the time.
Anthony, I got tonight.
I was hard on him when I noticed that he was pulling back on the work ethic. I think later on in the years when he wanted to push further into hockey. And it wasn't about, I just want to play hockey and have fun. It was more about, hey, Dad, I want to progress. I want to play AAA. I want to see how far I can go with hockey. At that point, my job was to make sure that he was always putting in the effort, because I wasn't going to be there for him all the time. If he were to make it further into hockey, he had to self-motivate. And I had to bring up the times to him when he wasn't motivated himself, to battle through those points that you're tired. you're mentally exhausted. Well, if you wanna make it professional, you better find a way to motivate and fight through those moments. And I just let him know what those times were.
We say he was hard on me for the hockey part and stuff like that, but in the end, I mean, that's what I needed. You know, sometimes he might have been the only one who knew how much potential I could have had, and he saw it and he wanted me to keep pushing. He wanted me to be better. I was just kind of working hard all the time and you know, trying to be the best every single night. So a lot of that comes from him, and obviously he's, you know, probably the biggest part played the biggest role in helping me get to where I am today.
If he wasn't aware that he wasn't working hard, I think he would have said to me, I'm doing everything he can. But he wasn't. And I picked my spots properly to make sure that it wasn't after, you know, one game that he had a bad game. It was after several games that he had a bad game or several bad practices. That's when I let him know, hey, if you want to make it further in hockey, you need to fight through that. You can't have these moments where 3-4 games you're slacking off and not working hard. And it wasn't about, you know, putting up points or goals, it was just the work ethic. And that's what I needed to let him know.
The biggest thing too with my dad is he wanted me to have fun, and didn't matter where I was playing. You know, some years I wanted to play with my friends, I didn't want to go to a high level, and you know, he accepted that and he supported me in that, and I think that's what helped me. Like I said, he's probably my biggest supporter, and both my parents, obviously, I don't throw my mom out of there, but them two are the two biggest reasons how I got to where I am today.
We are at the park by my house. This is, say louder, Sienna. Are you gonna say your name? What's your name? Say it louder. Antonio. I am their godfather, right? Yeah. So they, my uncle and aunt live down the street from us. So sometimes when I'm home during the summers, I'll come out, and this is where we grew up playing as kids, and I come around and take them once in a while. Right? Do you remember coming to the park? You like coming to the park? Yeah. They're awesome. Obviously, I'm not home often, so when I do come home, it's nice to spend some time with them. It's crazy seeing them grow up. Like, over the years, I haven't been back, obviously, a lot, so just seeing them when they're younger and from babies to how they are now. I mean, Sienna's so smart, right, Sienna? Really smart. It's cool because they're aware more now of where I'm going and what I'm doing, and she watches. Where do you watch me? On TV. You watch me on TV, and you know, you're gonna come visit Tampa and swim in the pool, remember? Yeah, she's excited. She's a good swimmer, dancer, and you like watching videos. Who do you watch? Oh, he watched me. You watch me, look. Whose team is this? What's that? Say it louder. Tampa Bay. He spoiled me too. And we go to Hockey Life, which is the hockey store here. And he's like, okay, I'll buy you a stick. And I'm whatever, 10, 12 years old.
Yeah.
And
I buy him $50 sticks.
I see, yeah, because he doesn't buy me good sticks. So I go with him, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get this guy the best one. So we go, I think it was what, $2.99?
Well, we went to first a different section.
Yeah.
It wasn't the one piece.
We went to the cheap
flex.
ones first, and I was like, no.
But I see him going to the one piece. I said, okay, let's go to the one piece.
Yeah. So we go to the one piece.
Oh, so he directed you, not that you told him.
I find a stick that I like.
The truth comes out.
It's $2.99, so it's the most expensive stick at the store. And I go and was like, hey, can we get this one? And he's like pissed off, obviously, but he's not gonna say no. So he's like, yeah, whatever. So he buys me the stick, and I'm scared going home because I know he's gonna snap that I let it.
What's this snap? What's this word snap?
Oh yeah, he doesn't snap. I forgot. He never gets mad.
No, he never gets mad.
Yeah, he doesn't get mad.
But he did get mad at me.
The voice of reason.
Yeah,
but I didn't get in trouble.
He doesn't get mad. He never gets mad.
The voice of reason.
No, yeah, sorry. You never snap.
I'm firm.
He said it in a very playful way.
Trying to make you better.
It's not ready.
We got home and he was mad. He was really mad. So he starts yelling at him.
Mad at me. He got mad at me.
What was he actually yelling?
He goes, why would you buy him a stick like that? It was so much expensive. He goes, we can't keep getting that stick all the time. We gotta buy the ones that are
Do you understand why?
Because
you understand why?
expensive.
There he goes. Yeah. There he goes.
It was
Because I know the
expensive.
conversation. We've had it many times. But you know why I don't want him playing with a $300 stick? Many, many reasons.
Yeah, we'll save those for.
You didn't want to spoil.
No, it's very simple. First, if he breaks it, that's $300 wasted.
But that was my
Second,
300, not yours.
if he plays with a $300 stick and he scores a hat trick, then I got to continuously buy him a $300 stick.
No, but it would have came.
You know how many windows I got installed?
So, anyways, funny story is I broke it after like 3 weeks. It was God.
Yeah, it was gone.
It was God.
You know, he never missed a practice. He was at probably, I'd say, 99% of my games. He was a huge part, too, of just, you know, helping me get to rinks and by my side since day one.
No, he was a good sport. I mean, we'd play like, everyone in our family, we'd play like every sport. Like, we'd go play basketball, we'd play tennis, we'd play literally anything we could find, we would play. And those games in the basement with I showed you the nets, like we'd play there for hours.
Hours, yeah.
Like hours at a
Carpet,
time.
little mini nets.
Yeah.
With plastic
You
sticks.
bought me a hockey net one time for Christmas, or you guys shipped in, yeah. Yeah, he was there since the beginning, since House League, and he, like I said, drove me to a lot of places, so I owe a lot to him for, you know, helping me get to where I am today, because, you know, he did a lot.
I enjoyed it.
And he still hasn't been at Tampa yet, so I'm kind of pissed off about that.
Me, him, and my brother shared a bed. He wasn't too happy with it, but he was a good sport and let me stay there. You know, he always complains that he never had enough room. To be fair, he did come home late, you know, in the early mornings at night some nights. So, but yeah, those were, you know, fun times when just living with everyone. It was definitely very chaotic with a ton of us in the house, and you know, with my grandmother being one of them who loved to kind of yell at everyone. You know, those are, you know, memories and stuff like that happened. Just spending time with them at a young age like that.
I'm biased not because he's my nephew, but he stood out. Single A, double A, he stood out. I knew.
That's all you got. You just knew, eh?
I knew.
This guy's a scout. He picks down up mad.
No.
Just knew.
I knew. You stood out.
Knew. He's my uncle, but we're more like buddies. Like, if that makes sense. Like, so we were at my grandparents' house. It was my grandfather's birthday, and the cake was literally from here to the park that we went to, like 2 minutes. And I wanted to go with him. I'm like, I want to go with Gio Tony. I want to go with Gio Tony.
So we start going, and I asked you a question. I don't know if you remember. I said, Aunt, what do you want to be when you grow up? He said, Z, I want to be a hockey player. How old were you? You were probably 8, 9?
Yeah, 7, 8.
I said, oh, great. But you gotta you gotta go to school, get an education. He's like, no, I wanna be a hockey player. I go, hey, it's awesome. But you know, how about if that doesn't happen and you know, you like something, you wanna deal? I wanna be a hockey player. And to this day, it gives me goosebumps every time I say this story. We pick up the cake.
Yeah, we pick up the cake.
As I'm saying it, you know, what do you want to do? He's like, Zeke, there's a cop beside you. I was so focused of putting his seatbelt on in the back that I forgot to put my seatbelt on. And he's like, Zeke, there's a cop beside you. I go, huh? Zeke, there's a cop. I turn around, OPP tells me to roll down my window. Pull over.
So he was so focused on me that
on
for
the
two-
story that I made sure he had his seatbelt on. I'm in a
He
deep
probably asked me. He
conversation
probably
with this
asked me like
story.
10 times too. He's like, your seatbelt on, yeah. Seatbelt on, yeah. Seatbelt on, yeah. Like 10 times. He's like, seatbelt on. I'm like, yeah, dude, it's on.
Got my first
Okay.
ticket that day.
Yeah. And I remember looking over at the cop, and he points at me and goes, and I'm like, dude. I was like tapping him.
I'm like, no, Aunt, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Yeah.
No, gee, there's an OPP beside you.
At 6 years old, they all go up on the podium and they say what they want to be when they grow up.
When I grow up, I want to be a professional golf player.
When I grow up, I want to be a professional hockey player. He hadn't hit the ice yet at that point. He hadn't played hockey in a game at that point yet. I think that following year is when he finally started house league. So he knew from a very, he just wanted to be that.
Our agent advised him, you know, we're not sure where you're going to go in the draft. You may not get drafted at all. You may go second or third round. We're not sure. He says, I would recommend you not go because it'll be tough if you don't get drafted and you're sitting there for 7 rounds and not getting drafted. So we decided to stay home. So that's that. So Friday obviously was the first round and he wasn't going first round. The second round, we had family and friends over. So we're sitting in the family room and just, you know, they're calling players, we're calling players. And then Tampa was one of the teams that was talking to him. They had a later draft pick and they traded up. At that point, you know, it was just hindsight 2020, you realize why they did that. So we're sitting there and we're at 70, we're at 71. And they're like, Tampa's up, and Anthony gets a phone call, leaves the room. And I look at everybody, I said, Tampa's the team. Sure enough, they announce it. And
It was an amazing moment.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're just happy that that was his dream.
In the end, like my parents, you know, I'm a reflection of how my parents kind of raised me, and I want to do well for them and you know, make them proud. So it always goes back to them and my grandparents, of course. In the end, I always try and think about them and try and make them proud every time, you know, I step on the ice, or if I'm out and about, if I see a kid, or to try and be nice. And so it's kind of be good for them.
His name was announced and he came back in the room. I think it was a big blur at the moment. I'm not sure how other people reacted, but I was happy for him. So being by his side through his whole career, seeing the struggles and the disappointment of not getting drafted to the OHL, I saw how much it hurt him. But this was all worth it. Sorry. So as a parent, and you see your kid work so hard for something and not get the gratification of that hard work, and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting patiently and just keep at it, and finally it happening, it was a lot of emotion. Not for me, it was for my son Anthony. And you think back of all the years of running to rinks, early practices, the disappointments, but also the happy moments, and you start thinking about the people that helped them get there and how it made them feel, seeing Anthony make it. And you saw yesterday with some of those coaches and players. So it was a lot for everybody that was part of that journey.
Well, I owe everything to them, to what got me here, and you know, the person I am today, because I look up to my dad, I look up to my mom, I look up to my grandparents. They're always with me every step of the way growing up. And like I said before, without them helping me, you know, as a kid, even now, I wouldn't be where I'm at, not even close. So I owe everything to them.
So this is in a matter of less than a year from when he was not going to be playing hockey, or the journey was kind of coming to an end, to now being drafted. It was less than 12 months through that whole turn. So it was pretty surreal.
Yeah, for sure.
Just when you think that it's ending, it had just begun.
Now looking back on it and being in Tampa and seeing how everything's progressed and just living in that city and the fans and everything, like I couldn't ask for a better place to play. So obviously very glad that I was drafted to Tampa that day. didn't realize in the moment how great of a city, like I said, how great of a city it was, the fans, everything about Tampa. So getting older now and being there for multiple years, it's no better place to play. So I was super excited. I'm glad it was Tampa. No, you can't shoot it. I'm not warmed up,
Hey, what do you do? Gabe, cut that?
Gabe, cut that one, Gabe. Gabe, cut that, please. Oh my God. Gabe, cut that one too. Let's go with third take.
Every time I come outside, you call me, what are you doing? Come back inside.
She's gonna hear this interview. Be careful what you say. Be careful what you say. She's gonna hear what you're saying.
Ooh.
Your wife.
Who cares?
She's gonna hear that too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Has she tried your chicken parm yet?
No, I can't give her my chicken parm. She won't like. It won't be Italian enough for her. She'll be nice and say it's good, but she won't.
I just don't know where I'm looking. If I'm looking here, I'm looking there.
She keeps kicking my lane
I'm
to
not
stop.
looking.
And
Yeah,
you're ruining my train of thought. And I'm saying words that I'm not supposed to be saying because you're kicking me.
But
It's
I'm
like,
not
okay,
kicking you.
So I'm thinking, should I stop talking? And then the word that I'm supposed to come to my comes out the wrong way.
To be honest, I'm not.
Can you stop kicking me?
Listen, I'm not kicking you.
No,
I'm
you're doing
swiveling.
this.
I'm swiveling. I don't mean
You
to.
can go back to the video
This
footage.
is what I'm supposed to do for
No, my God, I can't.
She's freaking me out.
No, I just.
He calls me quite a bit, and sometimes. I know it's. Yeah, the Italians get mad because how do you say? Let's the Italian way. Cirelli. It's the Italian way. Cirelli is the Italian way. Cirelli. But
Antonio.
Calls me Antonio sometimes. Yeah. So. And he watches all the games. Him and my grandmother, every game they watch, obviously.
Never miss a game.
Yeah.
Even I got the Fogel goal we did.
Oh, my first goal. He has my first goal on his phone video. Yeah, for a little bit. Oh yeah, he has my goal. Oh, nice. Yeah. We were off one day from school, so we decided to prank call everyone. So I think we prank called my Tony, my Uncle Mario. I didn't prank call you because I didn't know how that was gonna go. Stayed away from him. But then I was like, we're gonna prank call Zurita. So we called her. I think she answered one time, and we pretended to be like FBI. I think it was like something kind of crazy.
Yeah, something really silly.
So then she answered one time, and then she's like, "Stop calling, stop calling." So then we kept doing it. We actually did it a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Looking back, it was really dumb, but she.
Because I was at work. If
Yeah.
I wasn't at work, then I'd be like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. So then she got super mad on the phone, and never again did I prank call her. So then we were good from there. From there it was.